I'm very excited to have someone in studio here that actually, you've been on the show many, many times over the past years, and this is the very first time that the good Congressman Romeo Silvestri has been on the show. I want to welcome you, sir. Congratulations officially on, I have not been able to officially do that for you. Congratulations from the station, the Wave Station, and the Roatan Bruce Show, and becoming the Congressman for the Bay Islands.
Thank you so much, Bruce. I really appreciate it. I'm delighted to be here with you and with your great audience. I want to say good afternoon to everyone there. It is a great privilege for me to be able to communicate with everyone. I'm here to answer all your questions, and I'm excited about it.
Good. We have something really terrific, I believe, to announce here to the public, something that you've been working on since you've started office, and I'd like you to tell the folks what you've been working on.
Well, sure. This project to develop a good society belongs to each member of these communities. I mean, we all of us got to be responsible enough to participate in our means and get a better way of living for our people. The energy on the island, on the islands, the 3 islands, not only on Roatan, was a big challenge. Why was a challenge? Bruce, is very simple. We still produce energy fossil. It's very, very expensive. People that have their own generator can support what I'm saying. It's very expensive. It's very complicated. Please keep in mind the record today, the Warrens inherit a problem. Inherit a business that had a lot of difficulties in everywhere. In production, in distribution, financial. I mean, it was a lot of problems. They inherited that. I even forgot when they took it over. I know it's more than 2 years. And, they have a program. They have a project. They are trying to do their best. It's not that they're doing this on purpose to hurt the people on my island. You've been saying from the very beginning, what do you have good to offer to our people today? What's the good news that you're going to offer? Well, I think the first thing we have to do is what we just did in Congress, which is only one small part of the energy problem on my island. What we did, we approved last Tuesday night in Congress the benefit of the 80 bonus. What is the 80 bonus? Is to all of the consumers, not only with RECO, but at APCO and Velcro and Wanaha and Utila, that consume from 0 to 150 kilowatts are going to have a benefit of the subsidy. This subsidy is going to be provided by Zolitur, the Free Zone Treaty. One of the biggest problems that I found when I was dealing and wheeling with this proposal, with this motion that I put in Congress, the commission were telling me, yeah, but NA do not participate in providing electricity for your island. And this Bono 80 is only available with the NA.
And explain the NA is the
electrical company on the mainland. And I say yes, but we have private companies that are generating electricity for a public service, for our people. And our Constitution, it will not discriminate one state from the next state. And we are the only state that do not have that benefit. And it was a lot of negotiating, dealing and wheeling with various ministries and Ministry of Financing. But I got to say that overall I had a fabulous support from every congressman that were in Congress. I'm only one out of 128. I mean, every one of them, they were really supportive. The President of Congress, the Ministry of Finance. But my people need to understand that this is a process. It is historical what we did. Normally when you put a motion in Congress, it takes you 14 to 16 months before they can put it in the agenda to discuss. Because they have so many projects in the making. And and we were so lucky that hours were passed in Congress, 82 days after I presented. Almost 90 days. So I'm very proud of it. I tell you, I'm very proud of it because my people understood in Congress. And why I'm so proud of it, because we're going to benefit 40% of the invoicing of the energy producers with this bonus. If I turn this into economical terms, if RECO have 13,000 customers, and 40% of those are the ones that gets between 0 and 150 kilowatt hour per month consumption, those guys are going to have the benefit. And you know what is, Bruce, if you have one client, that client is responsible for at least 6-7 other members of his family. So the benefit is going to go from 40 to 50,000 people. For me, that's big.
Huge.
Of course, my people that consume 151 and 190 and 300, they probably gonna ask me, what about me? You know, hey man, you know, we only can do so much. We live in a very poor country that we are trying to give the benefit to the most needed. And it's the only way we can take care of this, by creating justice to everyone. Now, the next part of our challenge is to see how can we sit down with the energy producers and help them out to diversify the way of producing energy from fossil to a more healthy, environmental-oriented programs. And I know personally that the Warrens already have a program in the making, which is the EOLIC system that they are putting together. Yes, we are 1 year away from it, of course, but 1 year really passed real quick. And that will bring at least 30% of the generation of electricity less expensive. That probably that can be dedicated to the people that are in the range from 150 to 500 kilowatts, and we can probably, now I'm talking from the top of my head. I had never discussed this with the owner of the plants, and I don't wanna get into a
something you might regret later.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
We don't have to go any further with that, because I also know that they are focusing on hydraulics, the big wind turbines.
Right.
And those wind turbines go, 24 hours a day, and we have some pretty good wind here most of the time. And they will be able to produce a lot of power, and then they will have to purchase less and less fossil fuel energy. So we are definitely headed in the right direction.
Sure.
What I want to go over with you is, let's be as clear as we can, so that people just don't think that they don't have to pay their bills, and they get the bills and they don't have to pay them. It's not quite that easy. It's not like that. There's some things that they have to do to make this work for them.
We are working on the mechanism, and then I'm going to utilize your program to transmit everyone there to please be patient. We are working tirelessly with every different aspect of this endeavor. I mean, we work really hard with RECO. I mean, we constantly talking to Richard, to Luis, to all those technicians that they have there, to evaluate what would be the easiest way to provide this energy. The most important thing here is that the difficult part was to get the government and the Congress to accept it. Now the mechanism on how are we going to do it, no longer than a couple of hours ago we were talking with Richard to see how can we facilitate for this benefit on the next invoicing.
As quickly as that?
Yes, sir. We're working really hard at it, and I'm going to Tegucigalpa on Monday instead of Tuesday in order to sit down with the Minister of Financing to get a letter of intent so we can get this thing going. But again, not just because we're working hard at it, that means that it's going to happen tomorrow. I want my people to be aware that this is a process that is going to take a little bit more, a couple of more yards to finish the run. But we getting there, guys. I mean, it's just a matter of time. I mean, a short time for this particular benefit.